enjoy the best soccer league in the world.
Broken down in the far right lane. So 210 west, just a tad past Sunflower, technically. So the shot too slow there. Want to come back to our 710. 710 south, right lane, still taken away past Willow for a four-car crash. One of those ended up on its side, one of those cars. So you're going to have to go to the right lane. Block here, you got those two others getting by. So you're doing a little slowing that south 710. Northbound looks okay. We did get calls about some police activity around Del Amo. I know whatever that is, might have wrapped up. I don't see any slowing whatsoever. Most of our drives are still looking great. 14 starts to pack in where it usually does off of Mona as you make your way to the 71. Listen, if you're heading to LAX, one of our regular sisters, Steve, let me know two things here, which makes sense. If you're on the way to the airport, you're there on the upper, lower, it doesn't matter. If you're going to take Westway, that crossover, the second crossover, it's backed up. You're better off just swinging around Bradley. And, of course, United had that big technical glitch yesterday. That's been resolved, but still a lot of delays today, a lot of cancellations for United. Make sure you call ahead if you're flying to United. As Steve said, if you're on the upper loop, coming up to Terminal 7, you got all those news vans there, of course, trying to cover this story. It actually looks like it might be slowing your drive on the upper loop just a little bit. SoCal's only reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5s from the Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic center.
Still going up today, getting hotter and hotter. 70s, 80s, 90s. We've got the triple digits in our hotter spots. The upper 70s for the beaches, LA and OC metro areas. You're making it hit 90, and then valleys in the IE, 100 degrees. Today is the peak of the heat, although we're not going to shave off that much as we get to tomorrow. Just a couple degrees for tomorrow, down a little bit more for Saturday, and then closer to normal for Sunday. But now we're starting to look ahead into next week, and we might do this again and go up for a couple more days. We'll talk more about that coming up. They're going to be a meeting between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. Yeah, maybe. And they're saying kind of Arab Emirates for that. And then they say where the tariffs that were a deadline for them last week are actually going to go into effect. They'll have more coming up. Students away 527.
Summer is here, and it's time to plan your style staycation with Bob's Discount Furniture, where you can find everyday low prices on hot style. The comfiest Consumer Reports recommended mattresses, fast, friendly delivery, and flexible financing to fit your budget. Go to mybobs.com for details. So stock up and score at everyday low prices. Delivered on time, summer long at your nearest store or at mybobs.com.
Furniture. Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers and Harvard courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits plus for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate a Virginia license.
The legacy continues. The all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner is here. Conquer any terrain with its available four-wheel drive, confident ground clearance, up to an amazing 465 pound-feet of torque, and that iconic power rear window is here to stay. This is the new face of adventure, the all-new 4Runner. Available now at your Toyota dealer. We make it easy. Toyota, let's yours.
There's never been a better time. Toyota that's just right can explore our full lineup of vehicles. Compare features side by side. Search our available inventory. See our latest offers. Find a dealer. You can even build, price, and accessorize your Toyota right online. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the things that just will never come out.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. 5 silver in just 1 wash. Guaranteed.
Oh no. Stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, and loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
From the DTLA Law Group Injury Health Studios.
With LA's Morning News.
On KNX News, 97.1 FM.
SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
Good morning, 5:30. Mike Simpson here. We got those tariffs, the president's new tariffs kicking in overnight. And futures are up so far. New York Times reporters predicting we are going to end up paying for this. So
Prices are likely to end up being ultimately paid by the end consumer. We've seen in previous rounds of tariffs, the companies are generally pretty good at eventually passing these things along to consumers. And so you can see a world where, if you're trying to buy some Swiss chocolate or a German BMW, it's a little bit more expensive.
Gina Smilik there. Trump posting on Truth Social within the last hour. Tariffs are flowing into the USA at levels not even thought possible. Also announced he's imposing some tariffs on computer chips.
We'll be putting a tariff on of approximately 100% on chips and semiconductors. But if you're building in the United States of America, there's no charge, even though you're building, and you're not producing yet in terms of the big numbers of jobs and all of the things that you're building. If you're building, there will be no charge. So I just want everyone to know that.
Chips are in everything, right? So that could mean higher prices for electronics, autos, household appliances, other goods that need those processors. The president and the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, looks like they're going to meet soon to talk about the war in Ukraine. Here's CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
President Trump said Wednesday he could meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky together soon. Overnight, a Kremlin official responded saying a meeting had been agreed to, but just between the U.S. and Russian leaders, with a possible venue announced later. It comes after discussions in Moscow between Putin and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Trump described as highly productive.
Putin says the United Arab Emirates is a possible site for the meeting. This comes right before the deadline that the president had on Moscow to show some progress toward ending the war or face some really high sanctions. 5:32. Let's talk about how hot it's going to get today and tomorrow and maybe again next week. Let's go live now to our John Baird. John?
Well, it's hot when you start cranking up the AC in your car at 8 o'clock in the morning. And that's the kind of day we're looking at. We're looking at triple-digit temperatures in some of the usual hot spots. I was just talking to Todd Hull at the National Weather Service, who says, yes, the heat is on.
So today is the warmest day. We're looking at temperatures around 105 degrees in Woodland Hills. Pricing temperatures eclipsing 100 in a lot of the western portion of the San Fernando Valley. Some of the portions of eastern Ventura County as well.
And the Antelope Valley will be hot, too. The Inland Empire, it'll be simmering. Things will cool down just a bit over the weekend. Not much, a couple degrees, but then it will start to climb up. The heat we'll get the heat again on Monday. But, Mike, it seems like we've had kind of a mild summer so far, but it's going to be a bit of a scorcher today.
Yeah, not anymore. All right. Thanks, John. People living in a part of Malibu being told to use only boiled tap water or bottled water for drinking and cooking. It's because of this recent pressure dip caused by a bridge replacement project.
Los Angeles County Waterworks issued the boil water notice for people west of Corral Canyon and Solstice Canyon roads, with the exception of those at Trancas Canyon and Latigo Canyon. According to the city of Malibu, a Caltrans bridge replacement project at Solstice Canyon Creek is the cause of the problem. If you live in the affected area, you're advised to boil tap water or use bottled water to avoid stomach or intestinal illness. And they also say do not give the water to your pets or livestock until it's safe to do so. Residents will be notified when the water is again safe to drink. Meanwhile, bottled water is being distributed to affected customers through Friday at the Waterworks District Headquarters on Civic Center Way to the Malibu Library. I'm Art Sanders, KNX News 97.1 FM.
It's just like what they're doing in Granada Hills and Porter Ranch. We told you about the new research that blames more than 400 deaths on the fires due to indirect causes, and now Brett Burkhardt says the researchers in Hawaii have found connections to deaths after the fires in Maui.
The Maui fire that destroyed much of Lahaina was directly blamed for 100 deaths, but researchers found that the toll was much higher when you look at indirect issues.
Among the adults, we found about 41% reported worse in health than 2 years before the fires.
Alika Mauna Kea is a professor at the University of Hawaii who says they found 50% of people affected by the fire reported mental health challenges.
4% have considered suicide in the last month, and that's up from 1% before the fires. We know that's a huge increase.
He and his team also found that 40% of kids affected by the fire in Maui have high blood pressure, with some reporting symptoms of PTSD.
So, there's still ongoing challenges ahead.
Mauna Kea is hoping it leads to change in the way communities recover from disasters like wildfires.
But also to identify early risk factors that can be used to reduce the onset of chronic health conditions that may emerge as a result of being impacted by the fires.
I'm Brett Burkhardt, KNX News 97.1 FM.
535. Traffic now. Brian Douglas, Downey Hyundai Traffic Center.
Two issues. Long Beach, 710 South, just past Willow. Still, it looks like that right lane still taken away with a multi-car crash, and at times you may have more than one right lane taken away. So South 710 from Willow is a little slow. North 405, just around the corner here, transition to the North 710. That transition road temporarily shut down while they deal with a crash here. Looks like maybe a car or two involved with that. So that's the North 405 to the North 710. That's going to be a little tough. That's what you usually take. You can continue on to, let's say, Alameda, take that up to Del Amo, and then rejoin that 710 off Del Amo Boulevard. That 105 starting to get a little slow westbound as well through Linwood, right around Long Beach Boulevard. After that, speeds improve. Our 5 starting to get a little sluggish as well. Northbound side, out of Norwalk, heading to Santa Fe Springs. That's up where you meet the 605. Still this issue on the 210. This is westbound just past Sunflower. It is a far right lane, or one of your right lanes blocked with someone who's broken down. And that's got everyone squeezing to the left, and that's why you're going to be slow there, really slow. Let's take a look at come back to our 91 here. This is, it looks like it's still shut down. 91 east to the South 605 shut down. That right lane all the way down towards South Street as well affected. And your South Street off-ramp from that South 605, that is going to be shut down. That's Caltrans work. They're supposed to be picking that up around 5. Your 405, if you are leaving the valley, so far so good. You'll see a couple brake lights at the 101, maybe a couple brake lights on the South 405 right around Roscoe Boulevard.
Brian, thanks. USC started layoffs at Keck School of Medicine, and Keck Medicine of USC cuts come after the school revealed it had more than $200 million in deficits. Layoff notices sent to staff via email this week. University saying most of the layoffs should be done by tomorrow. They didn't reveal the exact number. United had that glitch, had to ground flights because of a technology issue. So big hubs, San Francisco, Newark, Chicago, Denver, but the ripple effects are all over, right, including LAX. They now say it's resolved. Here's Chris Van Cleve.
The system known as Unimatic feeds information to other airline systems, including those calculating the weight and balance of departing planes and tracking flight times.
It's critical to the safe operation of United.
Airline analyst Henry Hartnell.
Airlines, they usually have backup systems, and that's why this is very unusual, that there was no backup for the United system when whatever caused it to fail, failed.
That failure also prevented some from checking their bags.
1,000 delays across the country. New report looks at the vehicles that are most often stolen.
Number 1 on the list, the high-performance Chevy Camaro ZL1, which retails for more than $75,000. The Highway Loss Data Institute says it had a theft rate 39 times higher than the average for all vehicles in the 2022 to 24 model year. Number 2 on the list, the Acura CLX four-wheel drive, stolen at a rate 21 times more than average. 8 of the 20 least stolen vehicles are electric, mostly because they're often charged inside garages and hard for thieves to get to. Steve Chafin, CBS News.
Well, they keep telling you not to eat this stuff, but new research shows we are getting the majority of our calories from the ultra-processed foods.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that most Americans get more than 50% of their calories from ultra-processed foods. Energy-dense foods typically full of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fat. It's the first time the CDC has confirmed those high levels of consumption using dietary information collected from August 2021 to August 2023. The report says that for young people 18 and under, ultra-processed foods make up nearly 65% of the calories they consume each day. For adults, it's about 53%. The top sources, burgers and sandwiches, sweet baked goods, savory snacks, pizza, and sweetened drinks. I'm Donna Wooder.
Roblox has promised changes, and now they're rolling out this open source version of an AI system it says can help preemptively detect predatory language in chats in the games. You know, people going after the kids. The move comes as they've been facing lawsuits, so they don't do enough to protect children from predators. The AI is called Sentinel and helps detect early signs of child endangerment, like grooming. Warnings on a couple heart devices are recently linked to injuries and deaths.
The Food and Drug Administration has issued alerts for electrical problems tied to Boston Scientific's heart-stepping defibrillator systems and a separate issue with a heart implant used to reduce stroke risk. The agency says an issue with the defibrillator wires could cause the implants to fail to deliver adequate electrical shock. Some patients may need to have the devices replaced. Separately, the FDA highlighted new updated instructions for the company's Watchman heart implant, which closes a portion of the heart's left atrium to reduce the risk of stroke. Boston Scientific says the increased risk of dangerous blockages in the bloodstream is due to how the device is implanted, and says the problem is not related to the design of the device. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
541.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If your homeowner's insurance doesn't want to pay you enough to fix your home after water damage, you should call public adjuster Abner Gatt. Abner and his team will negotiate with your homeowner's insurance for the best settlement. Call Abner Gatt, 818-917-5256, AbnerGatt.com.
Summer is here, and it's time to plan your style staycation with Bob's Discount Furniture, where you can find everyday low prices on the hot style. The comfiest Consumer Reports recommended mattresses, fast, friendly delivery, and flexible financing to fit your budget. Go to mybobs.com for details. So stock up and score everyday low prices delivered on time all summer long at your nearest store or at mybobs.com. Oh, my God.
Bob's Discount Furniture. Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by STEP.
If you're a house painter, you're not going to like what I have to say, but homeowners everywhere need to hear it. Hi, I'm Steve, creator of Deluxe Life Coat. Sick of shelling out big bucks to have your house painted only for it to fade in a few years? That's why I developed Deluxe Life Coat, a permanent solution to repainting. It's 20 times thicker, so it makes traditional house paint look like watercolor. After one application of Deluxe Life Coat, you'll probably never have to see us again, because it's guaranteed to last as long as you own your home. Deluxe Life Coat saves you thousands in maintenance costs and can even reduce your energy bill. Plus, we have the best lifetime warranty in the industry that covers flaking, peeling, and yes, even cracking. What paint can say that?
Call now to get 20% off your order plus no interest for 2 years. Call 800-968-9200. 800-968-9200. That's 800-968-9200. Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 1052855.
I auditioned for Old Broadway once, only I was off-key, off-beat, and off-stage. And now the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Broadway, here you come. Get a karaoke speaker and wireless mic when you earn 500 points on your reward card. Well,
Number 4.
It's gonna be hot and hunky. Thunder from down under. live August 15th. Get tickets now.
3.
On the beach, slide down the water slide, and float down the lazy river. Get an Oasis full day pass now.
And the number 2.
The Marketplace, because pokies, pizza, and pork ribs are a party on your plate.
And the number 1 reason.
Football is... Give your team a cheer. Need I say more? Watch everywhere you stay and play.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, celebrating 20 years of good times.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guy.
Good morning. Mike Simpson here, KNX News 97.1 FM. 1 week left for the OC and beer coming together, and some more guaranteed income in Los Angeles. 545 traffic brought to you by Yamaha Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Brian Douglas.
Let's go back to this 210. I got a lot of slowing westbound as you come up to the 57. It's going to be your 2 right lanes taken away. Just buddy, hot dog drove by. Hot dog, we love it. And he said, looked like maybe a crash. It came in as a stall, maybe a medical emergency, not quite sure. But anyway, 2 right lanes past Sunflower, 210 west off that 57. You have some slowing. 2 issues, Long Beach, 710 south past Willow. We've been talking about this. That's that crash where the right lane was being held. They might have just cleared that. You do have slowing 710 south. Coming up 405. Another issue here is going to be our 405 north, the 710 north. That's a crash on that transition road. They were blocking that road, the whole thing, for a little bit. Might still be working on that one. If you're on the 10, Santa Monica 10, things start to get heavy right at Vermont, and after that, it will improve after Western, although that thing's starting to pack in there. Fire alarm Dave, as always, good to hear from you. Thank you. 101 West, he says, right at the 405. You've got a stall blocking that far right lane, or partially blocking that right lane. So I do see a little bit of slowing there. And your 405 southbound at the 101, we're starting to get a little slow here as you make your way up the hill. And quick look at our 110 freeway. Florence is where things start to get a little slow for you as you make your way north towards the big buildings. Yamaha Theater presents country music singer Thomas Rhett, October 5th. Tickets on sale now at YamahaTheater.com. Thomas Rhett's going to be there October 5th. Yamaha Resort Casino at San Manuel. Got to be 21 to get in. Please gamble responsibly. SoCal's only reliable traffic report. Every 10 minutes on the 5 from the Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic center.
High 70s for the beaches, 105 today for the Inland Empire, 101 tomorrow, 105 for the high deserts today, with temperatures fluctuating in the low 100s and back up into the 105 territory for the weekend. And then our mountain communities will be in the mid 80s today and tomorrow. The good news is that relief will be arriving over the weekend. Temperatures won't be as hot in some spots as today, and then as things continue to cool, it's going to still stay above average through the middle of next week. And that's the next weather forecast. I'm KCAL News meteorologist Amber Lee for KNX News 97.1 FM.
Hey, SoCal, you need to get out more with KNX.
We've got preschool dance parties. We've got hip-hop legends. We've got arts nights with craft beer. Natalie Tavidian with what's happening around LA and OC today, Thursday.
When it turns to lava, you better get off the floor.
For not little ones or just love being the full-on fun uncle or designated dance partner, head to Long Beach for Danny Go Live at the Terrace Theater. Expect high-energy music, goofy dancing, and kid-approved chaos. Perfect for ages 3 to 7. At the U2 Theater in Inglewood, Wiz Khalifa brings the good vibes only tour to town. Expect fan favorites, a hazy atmosphere, and chilled-out energy. Meanwhile, in Costa Mesa, the OC Fair rolls on, and the Pacific Amphitheater is turning up the energy. Ludacris and the Yin Yang Twins take the stage tonight. I'll be there. With just over a week left of the fair, there is still a packed lineup ahead. So, if you haven't made it out yet, now's the time. Looking to wind down with a little art and a cold one? Angel City Brewery is hosting a new gallery opening curated by ArtShare LA local artists, good vibes, and good beer. Whether you're looking to party, parent, or paint the town, your Thursday night's covered. I'm Natalie Tavidian, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Sometimes you just need to get out on the road for some therapy when the fires that burned down their home in January. There was a little couple that decided to get out there and see if that was going to help them heal.
David and Jackie Israel were devastated by their home's destruction.
I love this house. This house was really a member of the family.
In May, they packed their remaining belongings into an RV and set out to see America.
We're meeting people. We're seeing beauty, incredible beauty. It's just like this is what's filling us up right now.
Along with their 2 dogs, they've traveled the country, finding a different America than they thought they knew.
Everything that's going on in the news in our country is divisive, it's angry. We're seeing a whole different side of that. We're talking about what connects us rather than what divides us.
Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
After crossing the country, now slowly making their way back to Los Angeles. Guaranteed monthly income approved by the City Council in LA for survivors of domestic violence and also foster youth. It's $2 million. It's a pilot program. Here's Art Sanders.
The program's expected to provide $1,000 per month for 2 years to survivors of intimate partner violence and transitional-aged youth in Los Angeles who are current or former foster youth between the ages of 16 and 24. Council members pushing for what's being called Stay Safe cite an earlier test run of the idea showing it helped families cover emergency expenses and reduce food insecurity. Direct payments will also be paired with job training. Several other large cities have offered similar guaranteed incomes. Not everyone agrees such programs are effective. Some critics argue they can remove incentives to find work and are unfair to taxpayers. Stay Safe is expected to assist 83 participants and may increase if more funding becomes available. I'm Art Sanders, KNX News 97.1 FM.
550. Let's check your money.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Toyota said it's bracing for a $9.5 billion hit from U.S. tariffs. And the world's biggest car maker lowered its annual forecast. But it wasn't all bad news for Toyota. Earnings beat estimates in the latest quarter. And Toyota logged record global sales in this year's first half, thanks to strong demand for its gas-electric hybrids. Subaru had held back on issuing any forecast while it watched how tariffs would play out, but now the company has issued an annual profit outlook that beat what Wall Street was expecting. That sent shares of Subaru revving higher even after the company reported a 16% drop in quarterly profit compared to the year before. Sony is getting a boost from its entertainment divisions. The company raised its earnings forecast for growth in its music and gaming businesses. The number of monthly active PlayStation users rose 6% from a year ago. Gamers also spent more hours on the network. Stock futures point to a higher open for Wall Street this morning after gains across the board yesterday. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
We are surrounded by countless heroes across Southern California who step up with bravery and compassion to help our community in times of need. They also inspire and motivate us. I'm Heather Jordan. Nominate a KNX Helpful Honda Hero of the Week by sending an email to heroes@knxnews.com.
The Los Angeles wildfires are finally out. It's estimated that these fires caused more than $250 billion in damage. The loss of life is immeasurable, and much of the state is still filled with smoke. There are reports that insurance companies canceled thousands of homeowners' fire policies in the months before the wildfires. Were those cancellations illegal? There's so many questions left unanswered. Could this catastrophe have been avoided? Was the city prepared? How will people recover all that their families have lost? Will insurance be able to cover the billions in damage? If these fires resulted from negligence, someone must be held responsible. We are Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. We were there for the Northern California wildfires. We were there for the Mao fires. And now we are here for you and the families affected by these horrific fires. If you've lost loved ones, your home, business, or property because of the Los Angeles wildfires, take action now. You may be entitled to significant compensation. Visit CaliWildfireLawsuit.com.
Ugh. Kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. A spider. Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo. People friendly, bugs deadly.
Greatness is here. All 830 of our famous footwear stores now carry Jordan brand. So it's easy to score Jordan brand footwear and accessories, from hats to backpacks to socks, for the full family at a store near you. Famous Footwear's in-store fit experts will help you find the perfect style and the perfect fit. Because every day is a chance to make it famous. Come in and shop Jordan brand footwear and accessories at your local Famous Footwear store today.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
In the UK, the Royal Mail issuing stamps for Monty Python 10 stamp series. Highlights a whole bunch of characters and phrases and songs, lumberjack songs.
On 14.
He got down trees, he eats his lunch, he goes to the laboratory.
6 stamps from Flying Circus, Spanish Inquisition, Ministry of Silly Walks. 4 stamps from the 50th anniversary of the film, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Stamps can be pre-ordered over there. You can probably buy some and ship them here too, just can't use them. On sale August 14th. Major League Baseball calling up its first female ump from the minors. Here's CBS's Michael Siscano talking about Jen Powell.
It's in my DNA. That's what the 48-year-old Powell, who comes from New Jersey, says about baseball. She'll be on the field at Truist Park for the Miami Marlins and Atlanta Braves doubleheader this weekend, working the bases Saturday and behind home plate on Sunday. In 2024, Powell became the first woman to umpire big league spring training games since 2007, continuing this year. She had this message.
This is a viable career, becoming a professional umpire for men and women, girls and boys.
Michael Toscano, CBS News.
Look in the river in Chicago.
It's Ducky Derby time in Chicago.
Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
A truck loaded with thousands of yellow rubber ducks pulls onto a bridge, then dumps the load into the Chicago River. About a half hour later, it's over. Those with the winning ducks could win an SUV, cash, or tickets to a Cubs game. The annual fundraiser benefits Special Olympics Illinois. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
Traffic brought to you by DTLA Law. Brian Douglas.
All right, where do we start? Let's start with the 91. It's slow already, westbound 15 over to Green River, and then sluggish over to the 241, and then you're over here in Orange County. We're looking good. Most of the drives in Orange County, we're looking good. You will see slowing on the 57, right around the Fullerton area, right around Yorba Linda Boulevard. 5 south out of the Crush down to the 55. You'll see a little slowing there. Good news, looks like our 710 crash did clear. It was just past Willow. We had a right lane blocked. It's gone out of your way. A little slowing that southbound side. This is going to take a little while to recover. And it looks like the 405 north to the 710 north transition road. It looks like that crash is also cleared. That is out of your way. Still dealing with this incident here in Glendora. 210 at Sunflower. This is westbound, just past Sunflower. Here we go. Came in as a stall, and now they're saying, yep, you know what? It is an injury crash. That's what a lot of you talked about when you called me and told me. So 2 right lanes blocked here, and the backup for you begins even before San Dimas Avenue on this West 210. That's going to be tough. Your 405 heading out of the valley, still a little slow. It looks like we may have that stall blocking that right lane on the 101 westbound or northbound right at the 405. Listen, if you get an early start to your weekend or you got business out in the low desert here, if you're on the 10, this is near the Thousand Palms area. Bob Pope Drive, only 1 lane gets by. Big rate fire, debris all over the roadway. Big delays for that East 10. If you were evacuated, your home was damaged during the Eaton fire, you may be entitled to settlement money. Call DTLA Law Group Fire Injury Attorneys. Pay $0 up front for an advocate on your side. Text Injury Help to 40222 or type call downtown into your search bar for that free case review. SoCal's only reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5 from the Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic center.
Getting hotter today, and speaking of the heat, 100 degrees in the valley areas.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, and fever. Not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhealth.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Your neighborhood grocery outlet has the name brands you love, all at shockingly low prices. But do you ever wonder how we do it? Simple. We buy opportunistic items for less. Pass the savings along to you. When a brand has excess in...
We've really been lucky so far this summer when it comes to scorching hot weather. Todd Hall is a meteorologist with the National Weather Service.
We've had a cooler than normal summer for most of it here. So we've only had like one or two warm spells that have developed.
Okay, my friend.
That have been where we've been seeing.
We just ran out of tickets. That's why you're not able to access.
Otherwise, it's been much cooler than normal.
You have it? It's almost like summer has shifted. Who put it? You put it?
Not me. Otherwise, I would have done it myself already.
This hot
weather is the increase in wildfire danger, because as things heat up, the brush dries out, and all it takes is a spark to launch a huge blaze. But Mike and Vicky, let's hope that that's not on the horizon anytime soon.
All right, John. Stater Brothers with the tentative contracts with the workers now, so no strike details not released yet, but a union rep says it's a victory, achieved by standing up to the disrespect that was coming their way. Stater Brothers out with their statement saying the agreement was reached in good faith, that supports the teammates and holds the line on the prices for all of us, customers.
6:05.
Brian Douglas, Downey Hyundai Traffic Center.
You know, speaking of fires, we had a fire called the West Fire burning just to the west of the 5 in Gorman. I can tell you that forward progress has officially been stopped. You could see the flames from the 5 early this morning, so I know a lot of our trucker friends on this 5 saw that. West Fire just to the west of Gorman. Forward progress is stopped, and you are stopped on our 210. This is going westbound. We're in the Glendora area, just past Sunflower. It is the right lane now blocked with this injury crash. This might have been a medical emergency. It looks like one car involved. That person's been taken to the hospital. We hope they're okay. 210 west gets a little heavy before you get to Foothill, and of course it's affecting you in the 57 north from Arrow Highway up towards that 210. It is slow for you on the 60 through Pomona, man, from Reservoir all the way over to the 71. Really tough as you make your way up the hill into Diamond Bar. Same thing for the 91 in Corona. As always, from the 15 out to the 71, and then sluggish to Green River. Then we'll see some speeds after that slowly improve. And I believe we still have a right lane taken away on our 101. This is going to be westbound or northbound. It's going to be the right lane. It's a stall right at the 405 interchange here. And that's got you a little slow. So as you come up to Sepulveda Boulevard, that off-ramp there, that's where you're going to start to see things back up. And we're starting to see some slowing as well on that 405 starting at Victory as you head south up the hill. And if you're on the Santa Monica 10, westbound from Hoover, we'll stay a little slow as you make your way over towards La Brea.
Copper theft could take a dive because of the president's tariffs. Crosstown LA says recent change in the tariff policy led to a 22% crash in copper prices. Historically, they say when the prices went up, well, so did the theft. So the question is, will it work in reverse? Prices are down, will the theft go down too? Street lights have been going dark around the city of L.A. because of people stealing copper wires. Crosstown says the city logged more than 46,000 complaints about street lights last year. That was the highest number ever.
Well, there's some trees blocking the street lights because the tree trimming has been cut way back in L.A. because of all the money trouble we have. But they found some more to try and help with this. So here's our City Hall reporter, Craig Signer.
Literally, your kid will probably be in 8th grade, 9th grade by the time a tree can get trimmed.
Here's a little fun fact for you. The city of Los Angeles has 700,000 trees that it's responsible for managing, that it owns and has to, keep in shape. Well, when the $1 billion budget deficit was announced and everybody gasped here at Los Angeles City Hall, one of the things to go to save money was tree trimming. I mean, they reduced tree trimming to once every 17 years. You could put a kid through high school in that amount of time. They found some additional money, about $600,000, to do some tree trimming in some areas of Los Angeles, in places where the trees are actually creating hazards.
I was making it hard for the streetlights to actually function and get the streetlights onto our sidewalks. So it's caused a lot of issues.
That's Eunice Hernandez, and she championed this, finding $600,000 so they could at least do some tree trimming. And she says it'll be citywide, not just in her district, but her district includes Dodger Stadium. I'm Craig Figner, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Likes on Instagram have prompted a call for a Redlands school board member to resign. Critics say she dropped hearts on posts with anti-Semitic and anti-LGBTQ plus messages. And here's what some of the speakers had to say at a board meeting this week.
Kelly, you're an embarrassment to our school district, to Redlands, and to your own children. For you, ideology comes first. For us, children come first. I urge everyone here to have courage to say no to Candy. Candy must resign.
But Candy Olson says she has no intention of resigning.
The massive hate campaign launched in attempts to ruin my reputation with slander, defamation, doxing my work, doxing my nursing license with the Board of Registered Nursing is not only outrageous, but it's illegal.
Olson says she used her personal account as a private citizen and that she's being targeted by what she calls radical progressives. According to the San Bernardino Sun, Olson said she has unfollowed the account at issue and, well, she's moving on.
UCLA's funding hit from the feds, more than was first thought. They're thinking a lot of research critical is going to be gone. Here's Art Sanders.
The reason for the freeze of funding, now estimated at $584 million. Accusations the university violated the rights of Jewish and Israeli students. New UC President James B. Milliken says the UC system has agreed to engage in dialogue with the federal administration about the decision.
Pero